Hello everyone, and welcome back to Squee-El's gaming channel. We're getting back into Horizon Forbidden West today for a new video series featuring the Burning Shores DLC. They got a whole nice little vibe here to get us started. So this video series is pretty much kind of going to be my first little video back from my hiatus. I had to change plans a little bit to be able to get going again on content, so it'll be inconsistent for a bit and games will be all over the place. But just bear with me, guys. I will still do like a full update sometime in the next couple months here, whenever I really have like a full plan as to getting back to full power here. But to get into the DLC here, you have to have completed the main storyline, and you have to have the PS5 version, and then you will get a call from Silence on your little your earpiece there once you've met those requirements, and you will come down here. The map's kind of freaking huge, but like here's your home base. So you're wandering way down here to this mansion. There's a little fireplace you can fast travel to, or that one even, if you've explored the map thoroughly. And you're looking for Tilda's mansion. So we're gonna get this going here. I'm not gonna ramble on too much more once we get into the video here. So make sure, as always, guys, you're liking the video, subscribing to the channel, just to keep up with whatever content's going on, and any updates with the page going forward. But right now I'm primarily just focusing on doing a pretty full playthrough for the story of this. There's going to be a new area, new machines, new items. There's our guy, voiced by Mr. Lance Reddick, I think it's how you say his name, who is no longer with us, so this will be one of his final roles. If you guys are familiar with him, he passed away not long after John Wick 4 finished production or whatever. But anyway, I'm mainly just going to be focusing on the story here, and I will only break off to do like any side activities that may be something new, because we explored the full game pretty thoroughly in the original Horizon 2 playthrough, so just kind of want to focus on what's new here mostly. But let's see what we're getting
So
into here.
this is where Tilda tried to reel you in. What was her proposal? That together you could save the planet? Just as your precious genetic mother always wanted? I believe the old ones called that a bait and switch. Luring you with the promise of a vibrant new world, when in reality, it's doomed to be cracked open by nemesis and scoured of life.
If you're trying to get a rise out of me about Tilda, it's not gonna work. And if you really believed we have no future, you wouldn't be here.
And perhaps I'm just waiting to see if you can once again achieve the impossible. Speaking of which, my preparations for Nemesis have revealed a new problem. I've been searching the remains of the Zenith base for any data that could help us. In doing so, I discovered that 13 of our spacefaring friends descended to Earth from the Odyssey.
But we only found 12 corpses total, including Verbena at the biotech lab.
Your math is impressive as always, but yes, it appears that one got away. His name is Walter Londra. In the 21st century, he was an aerospace magnate, but also a bit of a celebrity. I'm sure I don't have to tell you that he's far too dangerous to be allowed to roam free. You need to find him and deal with him.
So where do you think Londra went?
The coast, far to the south. An area racked by tectonic shifts and volcanic activity. The few Tanakh who have ventured there refer to it as the Burning Shores. But 1,000 years ago it was called Los Angeles, a hub for the technology and entertainment industries. Londra's space mining company, Heaven Sent, was headquartered there. It stands to reason he would retreat to familiar territory. I'll send you the coordinates. So, are you ready to track down our rogue Zenith?
Okay, to the Burning Shores then.
Proceed with caution, Eloy. I suspect Londra is even more devious and resourceful than the other Zeniths.
Oh, Silence. If I didn't know better, I'd think you were actually concerned about my safety. Aloy? I hope I haven't caught you
you in the middle of fighting a giant machine or something.
Hey, Beta, I'm actually on my way to the Burning Shores.
Oh, right. Gaia and I heard about your mission from Silence. Be safe, okay? We'll be here if you need us.
Will do. Thanks. This is it. Londra's headquarters shouldn't be far. Okay, good. Shit! Come on! Come on!
Were you actually flying just now?
Yeah, just, not my best landing.
Damn, more machines. Stay back. I'll handle this.
Hold on, I can help too.
Let's see what you got. See those glowing crystals? Takes one hit to detonate.
Yeah, okay, got it.
Definitely a little bit
Oh,
rusty.
you're on.
Trying to get some
My name's
stealth
Seika.
kills there, and
Aloy.
gotta remember how to do my
Say
ultimate.
the
But other
same
than
about
that,
you.
I'm kind of getting right back into the groove of it.
You have a focus. So you're Quinn. You're not exactly like any diviner I've met.
How do you even know that?
I'm sure you have a lot of questions, but first...
Just one for now. I saw you before you crashed, flying on a sunwing. It didn't look like you knew about that tower, which means you're new. So what brought you here?
I'm looking for someone. There's a ruin On the hill northeast of here, that's where I was headed.
Ruin on the hill. You mean Starlight Rise?
You know it. Is there another way to get there?
Maybe. But first, we're gonna have to do something about that tower. I think we can help each other, Aloy. The tower's not far from where my people made camp. I can show you the way.
Hold on. You said we can help each other, but what exactly are you doing here?
Let's just say, I need that tower dealt with too. Come on. This way. Follow me. We'll have to take my skiff to get to the settlement.
What were you doing out here anyway?
The skiff's rudder is a bit off. I was after some parts to fix it. And sometimes, you just need to hunt alone. Here she is. I just need to attach this component I picked up. Hold tight.
I've seen a boat like that before.
Me and a gearhead back at the settlement roped it together. Works well enough. That'll do it. Skiff's good to go. Hop in. Oh no. Not another one. Whoa. Like I said, there's no getting to Starlight Rise so long as that tower's there. Okay. Casting off.
Huh. Sure beats rowing.
I've had a lot of time to improve her design.
How long have your people been here?
About a year, I think. We hit this massive storm crossing the Great Ocean. Lost half the fleet and our bearings. It was a miracle we even made it to these shores. We've been stuck here ever since.
See. I'm sorry to hear that. Just how many of you are left?
Not as many as there should be. We've had other troubles since the shipwreck. And some of those remaining aren't much help.
Sounds like you're not thrilled to go back.
Bringing back an Outlander is certainly going to complicate things. It'll be fine. Just follow my lead and let me do the talking.
If you say so.
That's it on your left. Lead's End.
Uplifting name.
We weren't in great spirits when we made landfall. Okay, here we go.
I don't know anything further. May I be dismissed?
No. You will remain here until the traitor returns. You!
Here we go.
Sorry.
One act of treason breeds another, it seems. Stealing a diviner's focus, leading a barbarian into our midst.
Where's the Quinn I know?
Arrest them both. Remove their focuses at once.
Arrest us! This is a matter for the Admiral, not a compliance officer.
By all means. It's true. Seika stole the focus.
Who's the barbarian?
She's done for.
Things seem kind of tense around here.
It's not our best day.
Admiral Garrett! It's as I told you, sir. Proof is now before your eyes. A soldier dared to don a diviner's focus. The eye that reveals the legacy. But Seika did not stop there. She brought a barbarian among us, in direct violation of Confidentiality Clause 3A. Protocol states that these—
I might be our last chance at finding our missing people, sir. Diviner Vi's focus showed me his last moments. He found a clue. The ruin on Starlight Rise. There's evidence our people were there.
Hunter's headquarters.
Now we have no means of safe passage. Not in our current situation. But she might have another way.
Remember the law, sir. Focus is for a diviner. No one else.
Seika's actions are indeed concerning. And there will have to be a reckoning. But finding our lost crew is paramount. If Seika has a chance of bringing them back, our course is clear. Even compliance must recognize that. I will allow it. Seika and the Outsider are free to pursue this lead.
But, sir, if—
Outlander, I'd like a word when you have a moment.
Damn them.
You okay?
I shouldn't have said that. It's just that my sister is one of the missing. Not only that, she's our last navigator, our only means of getting home. I've got to find her, even if it means using a forbidden relic. Meanwhile, Rang and the others act like I'm the problem, when in reality, I'm the only one looking for a solution.
Look, I understand. Maybe more than you know, but for now, I think we need to calm down and just—
calm. You're right, of course. Getting upset isn't going to help.
Okay. We both need to get to the place you call Starlight Rise. But that tower seems like it knocks anything nearby out of the sky.
Out of the water, too. It fires at any watercraft in range.
Oh, great. Well, it seems to me you've got some kind of plan in mind to deal with it.
Maybe. Between the two of us, there might be a way.
You think there's a way to do something about that tower?
If we want to reach Starlight Rise, we have to try. I was able to approach the tower on foot, but I couldn't get close enough to shoot at it or anything like that. With the right help, though,
Show me the way and we'll give it a shot.
you'll probably want to resupply first. You can use my skiff if you need to hunt for resources. Just stay south of the settlement. The tower can't hit that side. I set up some buoys to mark its radius.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna go clear my head. There's a bridge that leads to the ruins where the tower is mounted. I'll wait for you on the other side.
Hold on. There's one more thing. The Quen here, all of this. You were part of a larger expedition, right? Headed for San Francisco?
That's how you know about us. And you've seen the others, haven't you? And they're alive.
Most of them, yeah. I can put you in touch with them, but we should find your missing people first, right?
They're alive. This is great news. But yes, you're right, it should wait. If we tell everyone now, it'll just be a distraction. So for the sake of the missing, we have to keep the focus on them.
All right then. I'll see you on the other side of the bridge. Might not be a bad idea to resupply before I meet Seika. Or I could explore a little with her skiff first.
You. So, a barbarian strolls into camp with Seika. The two of you promised to find our missing people. Given our desperate situation, I have little choice but to agree. That doesn't mean I like trusting our fate to a stranger. Who are you? Where'd you come from?
My name is Aloy. As for my life story, does it matter if I can help?
I suppose it depends on the cost. Compliance has trained its sights on Seika. By letting her gallivant off with a foreigner, I may have given her just enough rope to hang herself.
It seems to me she can take care of herself, but I'll do my best to keep her out of trouble.
Very well. To that end, is there anything you need to know?
I'll do my best to help Seika bring back your people.
If they're even still alive. Keep her safe if you can.
You look like you're in a good mood today.
I have gear for the wilds if you... Your loss.
I see compliance is keeping busy.
You have no idea. Or maybe you do. Meet me at the burial grounds, up the western hill.
Okay.
How dare you? Crank it.
We're not done until I say it.
I was taught by a master.
Hello there. In the market for dyes, Outlander? Let me guess.
Burial grounds. Better wait at the campfire for that Quan soldier.
You came. I wasn't sure you would.
Well, I'm here. I'm guessing this has something to do with the compliance officer's inspections I saw earlier?
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on. I saw you stand against compliance with Seika. You must have your own reasons for doing so. But just how far are you willing to go to oppose Rang?
I'll do what I can. Look, I get that you're not quick to trust, but I can only help if you let me.
I suppose you're right. Especially in times like these. You've seen the influence compliance has here. It's even worse back home. But there are a few of us who do whatever we can to undermine them. We joined the fleet to further our cause, led by Diviner Enki. A while back, Enki set out with a crew to recover a priceless shipping manifest, disguised as a scouting trip.
But they never made it back.
Exactly. Only Enki and Kelva, another ally, knew the true purpose of their expedition. That manifest could lead us to undiscovered focus caches back in the Great Delta. Which is why I need your help to find Enki, or finish what he started.
I'll try to find Enki's expedition. Where exactly were they headed?
An island far to the southwest. Enki believed the manifest would be found in a ruin there. I also thought I saw smoke rising from another island east of it. Perhaps they ran into some trouble on the way?
It's worth a look.
If, ancestors forbid, something happened to Enki out there, his focus can still help our cause. And the manifest he was after.
Okay, I'll see what I can do. There's 2 leads to look into. If the shipping manifest Enki was after points the Quen to more focuses, it may change things in their homeland.
You got your potion.
Slow down there.
Outfit of yours, Outlander?
What don't you want? We were letting the barbarian know. Perhaps it's because we already better with her.
Okay, maybe it's time to meet up with Seika and head to the tower.
Aloy, over here.
Hey, I'm here. So, how do we get to the tower?
These trails will lead us to it. Take your pick.
Okay, let's go.
So you know a lot about my people, but I barely know anything about you. Like who you're looking for at Starlight Rise.
He's a, fugitive.
Come on, that's all you got?
Let's just focus on getting to the tower.
So mysterious. A water wing. The other day, I saw the tower shoot down an entire flock. Poor things crashed into the sea south of Fleet's End.
I've never seen one before. That tower's gotta go. It's like a sunwing, but the crest on its head's different.
Before the tower went up, we used to see them diving off the coast all the time. We're getting close to the tower. Last time I was there, I didn't get very far.
We'll find a way. Machine.
Oh! Going somewhere? You were saying something?
Some kind of machine.
I've seen that before. It looks like an egg.
Yuck.
Those eggs are everywhere.
Yep. I've got a feeling we're about to find out what laid them. Let's move in. Carefully.
Whoa! Big ugly machine alert! We'll have to deal with it to get into the tower.
Let's see what you got then.
You're hot. Make your move. Whoa, we've got a jumper! what were you gonna say?
Whew. Down it goes.
Yeah. Good fight. Come on. The entrance I found is this way. I'll have to warn our patrols later. Doubt that machine was the only one of its kind. Feels like every day there's something new that's trying to kill us.
I know the feeling.
Through here. Just gotta get across. Think you can make it?
Watch me.
This is as far as I got. I couldn't find a way to get further up.
Let me take a look around. There we go.
You made that look easy. About your fugitive, I need to know who we're dealing with. It can't be a coincidence that he and my people are both at Starlight Rise.
His name's Walter Londra. He's a Zenith. It's what the Quen would call a living ancestor.
A living ancestor? But that would mean he's been alive for centuries.
Yep.
Tides take me. You're serious. After you.
Oh. Well, there you go, Seika.
Thanks. Think you could get that vent open?
Hellcaster can't reach. If I time it right, I think I can grapple to that vent.
She flies, she fights machines, and she has fancy moves. Wish you'd come along earlier. Might have gotten more done by now. I bet you must be pretty important to your tribe.
I grew up an outcast, actually.
Oh. I'm sorry.
I'm better off without them. Here I come!
Nice shortcut! I'll find another way over.
I think we're almost at the top.
Then we can find a way to shut the tower down. Sounds like the tower's found another target.
Tower downed another machine.
Can't wait to shut it down.
Made it. This definitely looks like something Londra would have built.
Okay. But how do we stop it when part of it's way up there?
Let's take a look around.
Find something?
Maybe.
Never seen anything like this. But there's gotta be a way to stop it.
This might be some kind of access node.
It's coming down!
Aloy, I truly hope you've enjoyed this tower. I set it up just for you.
Oh, great. A recording from Londra.
Let it be a reminder that unlike my former colleagues, I'm one step ahead of you.
That doesn't look good! Getting ready to fire it up. Get to cover! How are we supposed to stop this thing? Let me scan. All drops fire!
Maybe my focus can find a way to disable the gun.
Bet you can't get me! Armor's too thick. Got a power core on the back. I gotta get up there to destroy it. Just hurry! Aloy, I'm under a lot of fire here. Aloy! Don't know where you went, but I hope you're getting close. I'm taking a lot of heat over here.
Hang in there, Seika.
Okay, time to hit that power core. I think it knows you're up there, Aloy. Take cover! Now come on! Fire a team! Not hard! Yeah! It's distracted! Do what you need to! It's there. Whoa! You okay? Yeah, still breathing. I see another core on the front. On it. Keep distracting it. Armor's too thick. That thing's stuck on you. There we go. I think there's one more core. Up top. Better get front. Gotcha. It's done. Take that, you flaming pile of scrap.
Well, that didn't go exactly how I thought it would.
It turned out okay. And now your machine can get us to Starlight Rise, right?
Yeah. I saw it fly off when I crashed. I should be able to call it back.
One step closer to finding my sister and the living ancestor you're after. But I should probably report to the Admiral first, give him some assurance that we've made progress.
Okay. I'll meet you back at the settlement then.
You know, I'm kind of glad you tagged along.
Seika's not like other Quen. That's for sure. And with the tower down, I could check out the area before meeting up with her. Maybe stock up on some resources while I'm at it.
Okay, so, shall we get going to Starlight Rise?
Yeah, let's go.
So what now? Up you go.
Something wrong?
Of course not. Oh, it's a little snug.
I'll manage.
Oh, shit!
Hold on back there.
Starlight Rise is just across the water. I guess we'll see if this living ancestor has something to do with my missing people.
Look, once we get into the ruin, we might find data that your focus model isn't able to make sense of. I'm sending you an update, so you'll be able to see what's going on.
Oh, thanks. You sure seem at ease with the focus. Is that why your tribe made you an outcast?
No, not exactly. They cast me out when I was born. In fact, everything I've done, including learning to use a focus, was, in spite of them.
Sounds familiar.
It gets easier, you know.
What? Clinging to the back of a sunwing?
That too.
Just worry about steering this thing, okay?
Sure.
Down on the beach. Those are some of our missing scout boats.
It looks like there's a lot of construction on the hillside.
That's what Diviner Rise saw.
Let's try to retrace their steps then. I'll set us down.
Solid ground. Thank the ancestors.
Okay, we should follow your people's trail. See if we can figure out why they were here.
Looks like they left some equipment behind.
We want to be on the wrong end of this.
Quen Navy weapon. We use them to build rope bridges and perimeter defense.
The Wista tore straight through the machine's armor. This bolt looks pretty sturdy too.
My people had to fight while they built all this. But they kept going anyway.
Let's stay on their trail. The people had a big operation here.
But why?
I'm not sure. I bet Laundry's involved.
Well, looks like they set up some ladders to get up to that excavation. But the path's broken now.
We'll have to make our own way up. It's the right idea, but we'll need a few more handholds. Another ballista. We can use the bolts as climbing points.
Good idea! Back it up! Heading up to take a look!
Huh. Nice climber. I catch up to her.
There's a door up there across the chasm. Let's see if there's a way up.
Way up looks broken. Maybe the clamberjaws did it.
Hold on! I've got an idea!
What are you doing?
We can use this ballista to make another path! That's as high as it goes!
Should do it. Let's get climbing.
Okay, letting her go. That thing was heavier than it looked.
Making progress.
Yeah, right into the spooky abandoned ruin.
Your people put a lot of effort into getting in here. Almost like they were after something.
Or someone had a knife to their throats.
We'll find your sister. Don't worry.
You don't have to comfort me, you know. I'm fine.
I hope. That sign. This is definitely Londra's old headquarters.
Down there. What is that thing?
Let's find out. It's a prototype for a rocket engine. It never got off the ground. The way it was designed made it too dangerous.
Dangerous how?
Like it would poison everything in a 1,000-mile radius if it got used.
Oh.
Let's keep moving.
So this engine, it was for traveling to the heavens? The diviners say the ancestors could do that.
Yeah. Londra launched ships into space to search for resources.
But why dig all this out now?
We should keep following the trail.
Okay.